Welcome everyone to HuskyOffset Plays Fallout 4.
War. War never changes. In the year 1945, my great-great-grandfather, serving in the army, wondered when he'd get to go home to his wife and the son he'd never seen. He got his wish when the U.S. ended World War II by dropping atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The world awaited Armageddon. Instead, something miraculous happened. We began to use atomic energy not as a weapon, but as a nearly limitless source of power. People enjoyed luxuries once thought the realm of science fiction. Domestic robots, fusion-powered cars, portable computers. But then, in the 21st century, people awoke from the American dream. Years of consumption led to shortages of every major resource. The entire world unraveled. Peace became a distant memory. It is now the year 2077. We stand on the brink of total war. And I am afraid. For myself, for my wife, for my infant son. Because if my time in the army taught me one thing, it's that war never changes. War never changes.
You're gonna knock him dead at the Veterans Hall tonight, hon.
You think?
Absolutely. Now get ready and stop hogging the mirror.
Right.
Okay. We get to pick our face. And along with all sorts of other stuff like our gender.
Hey,
Wanna-
my turn, big guy.
If you want to play the male, you work on that guy. If you want to play the female, you start with her.
Let me just slide in here.
We're going back to the... I'm going to play a dude. Because that's what I am. So I'm playing a dude. I'm not going to mess around. Spend a lot of time in here messing around with all sorts of stuff. You can change this quite extensively. I'm going to pick... I am going to pick my standard face, which is this guy here. I almost always go with this. I don't spend a lot of time goofing around with like different shapes of the head or all sorts of stuff that you can do, adding scars and all that. I'm just gonna go with this dude. All right. Here's our house.
Ah, good morning.
Here's our robot,
Your coffee.
Codsworth.
173.5 degrees Fahrenheit.
He's made our coffee.
To perfection. And today's newspaper just delivered.
Where's the newspaper? He said it was just delivered. Oh, there it is.
More of the same.
Alright, we are actually waiting for something to happen, which is, I don't know if you can see it, but through this window here, just below the green dot in the center of the screen.
Oh, sounds like someone made a sticky. I shall attend to
You handle that, Codsworth.
You know, I was nervous at first, but Codsworth's really good with Sean.
Yeah. As I was saying, across the street there, you can sort of see that guy standing there talking to somebody. Eventually, he's going to come over here, and that's where we pick our character attributes. Okay, here he comes. This is very exciting.
Good old USA. I'm so proud of her.
Our in-game wife is a lawyer. Hey, buddy.
Can you get that?
Good morning. Vault-Tec calling.
All right, buddy.
Good morning.
Isn't it? Just look at that sky out there. You can't begin to know how happy I am to finally speak with you. I've been trying for days. It's a matter of utmost urgency, I assure you.
Then I'm glad you caught up with me.
Oh, me too. You have no idea. Now, I know you're a busy fellow, so I won't take up much of your time. Time being a precious commodity. I'm here today to tell you that because of your family service to our country, you have been pre-selected for entrance into the local vault. Vault 111.
Sounds great.
Oh, it is. Believe you me. Now, you're already cleared for entrance in the unforeseen event of total atomic annihilation. I just need to verify some information. That's all.
Sure, let's do it.
Splendid. Splendid. Now, let's see.
Okay, here's where we pick our name, and we are going to pick Doofus Buttwad. Mr. Doofus Buttwad of the Connecticut Buttwads. And as far as our attributes go, I'm actually going to pick a setting now that I'm only going to use while I'm in the vault, and then when we are getting ready to leave the vault, we have a final opportunity to edit our looks and our name and our characteristics, these settings here. And I'm going to maximize my intelligence because the amount of experience you gain is proportional to your intelligence, and by picking 10, I'm going to maximize the experience I get while I'm in the vault. And it's not going to be a long time in there, but it makes sense to maximize that. The other thing I'm going to maximize is my perception, and then dump the rest in agility. And like I said, we're going to be changing these just before we exit the vault.
Wonderful. That's everything. Just gonna walk this over to the vault. Congratulations on being prepared for the future.
Thanks again.
Hey, it's peace of mind. That's worth a little paperwork, right?
For you and Sean, no price is too high.
Good answer.
I have my moments.
Cue the baby crying. There's the baby. Here comes
Sean
Codsworth.
has been changed, but he absolutely refuses to calm down. I think he needs some of that paternal affection you seem to be so good at.
Alright, I better get in there and take care of
You heard
this.
Codsworth. Go on.
Go check on our son.
How are the two most important men in my life doing? Spin the mobile a bit. He loves that. Hey, how's my little guy? Much better now, huh? Listen, after breakfast, I was thinking we could head to the park for a bit. Weather should hold up.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
Sir, Mum, you should come and see this.
Codsworth, what's wrong?
Oh no, what's happening?
Followed by... Yes, followed by flashes, blinding flashes. Sounds of explosions. We're, trying to get confirmation.
What?
We seem to have lost
What did
contact
he
with our
say?
affiliate stations. We do have coming in. That's, confirmed reports, I repeat, confirmed reports of nuclear detonations in New York and Pennsylvania. My God.
Oh my god.
We need to get to the vault. Now!
Oh
I'm outside.
Lord.
Let's go.
Let's go, everybody.
Sanctuary Hills. If you are registered, evacuate to Vault 111 immediately.
They dropped their suitcase.
Help me pack it up!
Nice looking neighborhood.
Check in at the gate.
Hello, Army guy.
That's absurd! I am
Not on the list.
Vault-Tech
I'm
salesman.
going in. You can't stop me!
Mailman's crying.
Okay, I'm reporting this!
If you're in the program, step forward. Otherwise, return home.
We need to get in. We're on the list.
Infant, adult male, adult female. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you.
Head to
Good
the
luck,
elevator.
ma'am.
Nice.
God
Dude in
help us
power
all.
armor.
You two, follow me. Come on.
What's gonna happen to all those people
on,
outside the
Nora.
gate?
Everything we can. Now keep moving.
We're moving. We're moving, buddy. Ooh, bird a bird. Nice.
Sir, we need to send you down to the vault. Step on the platform.
Oh,
Step on the platform. in
sounds
the
serious.
Center.
All right, that's it. Send it down.
Almost there. We're gonna be okay. I love you. Both of you.
We love you too.
Oh,
Hold on.
Can't this thing move faster?
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
we just made it.
We did it. We made it. You're okay.
Everyone, please step off the elevator and
Me
proceed
first,
up the
me
stairs
first.
in an orderly fashion.
No need to worry, folks. We'll get everyone situated in your new home.
Come on, Nora.
Vault 111. A better future underground.
So we just...
Yes, up the stairs.
Come on, Nora.
I can't believe it. If we had left a minute later.
No, we don't. Don't get caught up.
Come on,
thinking about
Nora.
that. You're safe now.
Just this way, please.
She getting around that guy? She's stuck behind the tablecloth shirt guy.
This way, please. Step over to the
Haircut,
table.
bro.
Take a seat.
You'll need your suits
this
before
way,
we can take you further.
Thanks.
Thanks.
What now?
Just follow the doctor here. He'll show you where to go.
All right, you three.
All right, Doc,
Follow
let's
me.
go.
See? This is our new home.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna love it here. This is one of our most advanced facilities.
Yeah, it looks pretty
Not that
advanced.
the others aren't great, mind you.
Pick up a suit.
It's
right over
gone.
there. Our home. Everything
Sir?
we had.
My mother and father down in D.C.
How long do you think we'll be down here?
What if they didn't make
Oh,
it?
we'll be going over all that in orientation. Just a few medical items we have to get through first.
Just checking everyone off the list as they come in.
As well as comfortable.
All right.
Prepared for the future, right?
Such a lovely family you have. I hope you'll see this as your new home.
But now,
Just
bro,
step in here and put your vault suit on.
get in here and put my vault suit on, huh? All right, buddy.
The pod will decontaminate and depressurize you before we head deeper in the vault. Just relax.
Decontaminate and depressurize. I don't know. That sounds like bullshit to me.
Secure. Occupant vitals normal. Procedure complete. In 5, 4, 3,
I knew it was bullshit. Depressurize, decontaminate my ass.
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic stasis suspended.
This is the one. Here.
Open it.
I'm okay.
Almost. Everything's going to be fine.
Come on. No, I got him.
Let the boy
Oh, watch it, buddy. What are you doing? Don't do it. Son of a bitch shot my wife.
Let's go.
Bald-headed Scarface freak. You're on the list, buddy.
Son of a bitch must pay.
When I get out of here, that dude's going down. Okay, we are now finally actually in control of our person. We can punch. Alright, we can look around, check things out.
God. Why would Voltaire do this?
None of this shit's working. We can open.
Come on, come on, come on! Oh, God!
We can open our wife's, though. And if we check her out,
I'll find who did this.
we take her wedding ring.
I promise.
And we can go look at all the other stuff. We can read this terminal. Oop. Everybody's dead. Shit broke down. Nothing's working. Stupid oxygen. Alright, let's explore. If we go in here, we can find some items which we're gonna loot. Because the name of the game is Loot Everything. I'm playing as a pack rat, so I pick everything up. Absolutely everything.
You bring that vacuum cleaner for, man? I like this vacuum cleaner. Hell, you never use it. Hell, it's good for parts.
Now there is a carry weight that you have, which is dependent on your strength. And I'm gonna end up, when I set my characteristics, I'm gonna have the lowest strength, so I'm not gonna have very much carry weight. But for now, in the vault, we can pick up everything we can find, and we will not exceed our carry weight. So I'm gonna pick up everything. Yeah, we can't open that. So this is the only place we can go. I am gonna crouch down in order to sneak. No sense sneaking now. We don't see anything that's can harm us. There are bugs over there on the wrong side of other side of the window, so I can't get to them. Pick up this security baton, use it as a weapon. Let's go in here, see what we can loot. And we can pick up the coffee cups, some cigarettes, stim pack, which is for healing. Read this terminal. I'm just going to flip through this really quick. You can pause the video if you want to read this. Yeah, some background information. Doesn't really do us any good. Little background on the vault and what went on here. And that's all that. Let us continue on. There's a bug over there. Get our weapon ready. Here's another one. Sneak up on it. There you go. Get his
giant roaches? What the hell?
All right. Pick up everything I can find. And these beer bottles we are actually going to fill with water, so we have a clean source of water to drink in our initial period when we exit the vault. And we can do that at the water fountains and sinks that we find in here. Let's check out this rec terminal. Yeah. Alright, there is actually a game tape loaded. I'm not going to play it now. It's I think it's a Donkey Kong clone. You can play it later at another terminal. If you take the tape with you, you can play it later at another terminal, or using your Pip-Boy when we get it. There we can see the Red Menace tape was added to our inventory. Let's continue to loot here. All this stuff is good for parts. Oh, here's a sink where we can fill our bottles. I think this will continue until when we run out of bottles. There we go. We'll remove that option so we can drink. And drinking water, clean water heals you up a little bit. Let's check and see. Here's another sink. We could have used that one as well. We can close the door. Let's check out this bunk room. We could sleep if we wanted. Let's grab these vault suits. I don't think there's much else to find in here. These boxes are all empty. All right. We know there are bugs in here, so let's get sneaky. Electricity fried that bug. Let's not get fried ourselves. I know we saw a couple more. Gotta be around somewhere. There's one. There's another one. Let's get around behind this guy. There you go. block. We can hit. Let's get over here. Get that guy. Now, he did manage to bite us. If you look at in the lower left corner of the screen, you can see my health point bar, and it's got a tiny little bit at the end that's empty, and that's the damage that this bug caused us when he bit us.
What happened here? Where is everyone?
I think that's probably it. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything else in this room. Let's continue on, shall we? There's another bug up there. And we got bit again. More damage this time. So let's drink our way to hell, shall we? There we go. All healed up. Find some more interesting stuff in here. 3 more stim packs. And like I said before, those are used to heal you up.
Is this all that's left?
Bad skeleton. Alright, this is much more interesting. Let's grab the gun, let's grab the clipboard and the eyeglasses. Let's check out the rest of the room here. Let's switch to... Let's see, let's continue to use this since we don't want to waste bullets. Alright, let's not open that just yet. In fact, I don't know that we can open this. Requires terminal. It's locked right now. Alright, let's look around. Here we got more bullets, another gun, and a really nice looking gun. Unfortunately,
nice. Coming back later for you.
We cannot currently pick a master lock. We can pick only novice locks. Novice, advanced, master, or novice, advanced, expert, and master. So this is the most difficult lock in the game. It's going to be a while before we can pick it, but we should remember this. Neat weapon for later. Some sort of living quarters. Let's look in here. Let's loot everything. Another stim pack. Rusty ass, nasty looking bathroom. Don't really want to have anything to do with that. Some more 10 mil rounds. We could sleep if we wanted to. Alright, I think we got everything. Let's use the terminal. Open the door. Okay, we have got all sorts of things to read. This, I think, is the same stuff we read before, so let's not go through that again. This is new, though, the Overseer's Log. I'll flip through this stuff quick. You can pause and read if you want. Little background information. Alright, let's open the tunnel so we can get out of here. Alright, now let's talk about VATS. Vault-Tec Assisted Targeting System. Lets us lock onto these cockroaches, and since we are currently holding the what is this? This club. We can't hit it from here. So that 0 is the % chance we have to hit. If we switch to our pistol, we can see that we can target individual different pieces of the body, and they have different percentages, we can switch to different roaches. And we notice that the closer ones have higher percentages. We can use the keyboard to switch among. We can queue up some shots. I am actually not going to use the pistol to get these guys because, frankly, I don't want to waste the bullets. We are going to just beat them to death with the club. Alright. We took some damage, but I'm going to run back to the drinking fountain real quick. Drink some water. Heal myself up. Alright. Looks like we're all set to go. And let's pick up the meat, so we can cook that. Alright, all sorts of yummy stuff. Alright, we got another roach. Let's get him. There you go. Sneak attack, 3 times the damage. So in this game, when you get sneak attacks, you get a damage bonus. For weapons, for ranged weapons like our pistol, it's 2. For melee weapons, it's 3. And you can raise that. There you go, bug. I think that's the last of them. Let's go ahead and come over here and pick up the Pip-Boy. Very important piece of equipment. This is going to let us access our inventory, so we can control what we're carrying and what weapons we're armed with and what clothes we're wearing. There's a radio built into it, map. Okay. So there's tabs we can, major categories we can switch among, and for each major category there's some subcategories so we can take a look at, for example, our status here, and we see that we're a level 1, almost level 2, and we've got an adrenaline bonus going on. These are our special attributes. Remember picking those. We're about to change them. We've got an adrenaline perk 2. Per adrenaline rank, you gain ranks by killing enemies, but lose ranks while sleeping. So the more enemies we kill, the higher this is going to go until we sleep. Here is our weapons. We've got 2 pistols, 2 batons. We've got some clothing, and I'm going to put these eyeglasses on, and here we can see, looking in the lower right corner of the Pip-Boy, when we're pointing at the eyeglasses, we see that how much they weigh and what their value is, and then there's this thing called PER. This is short for perception, so putting the eyeglasses on increases our perception by 1, which means our accuracy in VATS increases. So I'm going to go ahead and put those on. And now if we go back to our stats and we look, perception, which was formerly 10, is now 11. Yay, us. And you can see the attributes of these things as you point at them. Utility jumpsuit. 5 energy resistance, 10 radiation resistance. Raises intelligence by 1 and perception by 1. Oh. Why would we not be wearing that? Let's wear that. Now we have perception of 12. Fantastic. Aid category, which is food and drink. And stim packs. Miscellaneous, which is Stuff for carrying junk. This is all the stuff we've picked up, except for things that fit in these other categories. Mods are things you add to your armor and weapons, and we have none. And here is so far as the 10mm ammo we've picked up. We're on a quest out of time, and to finish this quest, all we have to do is exit the vault. We have no workshops. Here is some statistics. We've picked up 39 pieces of junk. We've looted 1 chest. We've killed 13 things already. Man, we are really vicious. Here is the map. Zoom in and out with the mouse wheel. Can move it around. Really not much use because we have no concept of the scale of anything. Here's the radio. Not picking up any radio stations. Alright. So that's how we use our Pip-Boy. And let's look around. We can pick up some more of these things. We can look around down here. There appears to be some water. Nothing else. Oh, jumpsuits. Alright. Oh, even more jumpsuits. Ooh, and more ammo. Awesome. And, we've been here before, so let's go ahead and leave the vault. The way we do that is activating this, which apparently we use our Pip-Boy for. And that should activate a cutscene that will show how the vault door is opened.
Cycling sequence initiated. Please stand back.
Well, it's not really a cutscene because we can actually move around during this. It's pretty cool. Door. Pretty slick. Alright. Now, once we step into this, it's going to pop up a dialogue that gives us a chance to change our name, the way we look, and our characteristics. So, I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I have written down the starting characteristics that I'm going to use. And see, change name and or special. So that's what we want to do. Okay. Perception I'm going to leave at 10. Endurance and strength stay at 1. Charisma goes to 3. Intelligence at 1, agility 7, and luck goes to 5. And we're going to accept that. We are not going to change our appearance. So we are going to exit the vault. So here we go.
Return to the surface, and thank you for choosing Vault Tech.
So the game actually creates a save point right here that is permanent, so you can always load back. Now I've added a mod to my game. In normal survival, it keeps this first permanent save just before you exit the vault, or just as you're exiting the vault, I guess, so you can always go back to that, and then the 3 most recent saves. That's all you get. I've added a mod that should retain all of the saves.
No way.
That is from another mod, which adds backpacks to the game. And we're going to go with the default spawn rate. Alright. Let's actually get our pistol out. And let's take a look around. There is supposed to be a holotape on a crate for another mod. Huh. Let's check that out. Look in here and pick up these items. Oh, there we go. Survival options holotape. That's what I was looking for. And those other items we picked up, if we go into our inventory, let's see, where do those appear? Miscellaneous? Auto-save item and save item. So all we have to do to create a save in the game is come into our inventory in the aid tab and select this, and it should create a manual save. I am going to generally avoid using that, except for I will use that at the start of each episode, and probably at the end as well, just to create manual saves. And I'm probably going to store this autosave, since I'm not going to use autosaves. I'm going to go into this, which should let us turn options on and off. I am going to look for toggleable. Let's see. I'm going to turn fast travel on. And I think the rest is going to stay at vanilla. Alright, the same with save options. Let's go into that. Normal saves currently have an image display problem showing less time you open the menu instead of when you save. Okay. I'm actually going to leave, I think most of these should be off by default, so I'm going to leave these all off. Yeah, these should all be off. Okay, so in default survival, you only can save when you sleep in a sleeping bag, a mattress, or a bed. And I am going to leave it that way. I mostly installed this mod so that it would retain all of my saves instead of just the most recent 3, because that way if I screw up, what led to this to installing this mod is I was actually about 20 to 30 hours into the game and I screwed up and I forgot to start the recording, and I played what would have been episode 10 I played for over 3 hours, and only when I got to the end of that episode and I hit the stop-start toggle for the recording did I realize that I had forgot to turn it on at the beginning. So, and there was no way. My 3 most recent saves were all within like 5 minutes of that point. So there was no way to go back and do that whole episode over. I just couldn't do it. So I wanted to add the non-survival save behavior back into the game, which is that it would retain all the saves, so that if I screw up that way again, I can always just reload at the start, of that day, and I can at least play the day over and not have to leave a 3-hour chunk with a whole bunch of stuff happening out of the game. So that's why I added this back in. So let's just see how this works. Alright. Let us continue on our way. We are going to loot these boxes and make our way down to Sanctuary and get started. Check out what's in this trailer. There's some items in here. Including some more ammo. This ammo is always here, and a knife. Nice. Alright. This is where those soldiers in power armor were standing, and it looks like apparently a few of the people just outright died right here from that nuclear explosion that came sweeping through. Alright, we're getting some hints there in the game. I'm going to grab this hub flower. Hub flower is... plants are used mostly for making chems. I'm going to grab these guys. I'm going to avoid going in the water as much as possible because that might be deep enough to give us some radiation damage. And we also don't want to drink it for the same reason that we're going to get a little bit of radiation damage. Not a lot, but enough. We want to avoid it. Alright, here we are in Sanctuary. Or just about. Here we are in Sanctuary. Nice. We have leveled up. So I'm going to go into my Pip-Boy. Press T. See at the bottom there, on the right, bottom center right of the screen, it says level up 1 and then has a strobing T. So let's press T. Let's get our special chart. And I have carefully planned out where I'm going to put my perk points. Every level you go up, you get a perk point. And you can add these points. We've got 1 right now. You can add these points to these characteristics. Well, except for perception. Perception is as high as we can get it. Just adding perk points. Any of these other ones, though, we can add perk points to it till it gets to 10. The other thing that we can use the perk points for is activating these perks underneath, and you'll notice that some of them are filled in sort of solid and others are outlined, and the solid ones are all ones that we can activate, and whether or not they're available to use depends on how many points you have in the characteristics. So for example, strength, we've got 1 star, so we can activate the level 1 perk. With charisma, we've got 3, so we can do level 1, 2, or 3, but beyond that we can't. So that's how that works. And the first thing we're going to activate is our friend here, Idiot Savant, and when we activate him, you'll notice he gets more color. So you can tell which ones, and a little star comes up here, so you can tell which perks you put points into. And the way that Idiot Savant works is, at random intervals, we get, instead of the normal experience that we get 3 times the experience. And how often that occurs is inversely proportional to your intelligence. So the dumber you are, the more often it happens. So for us, with intelligence of 1 currently, this should kick in fairly often, and that will help us level up faster. Alright, now I'm going to go into sneak mode, because we can see that the bombs wrecked a bunch of our old neighborhood, and if we look up here, we can just sort of see in the distance there our friend Codsworth, who is still hanging out. And if we go up there, he is going to start a conversation with us. So I'm actually going to avoid that. I'm going to go around the neighborhood, and a number of these houses have bugs in them, and I think this might, yes, this is a house that has bugs in it. You can see that bug right there. That is one of those rad roaches, and I'm going to go into my Pip-Boy and into my inventory weapons subcategory, and I'm going to place these items in my favorites menu. Let's see. The baton has damage of 13. Switchblade has damage of 9. I think I'm going to go with the security baton. And let's see, what are we wearing? We've got utility jumpsuits. We've got a whole bunch of those. Okay, so we're good to go. And I'm actually going to switch to the baton to get these. This house, I think, has 2 or 3 of these roaches in it. I don't really need to use my pistol for this. I'm going to save the ammo. I'm going to see if I can sneak up on... Nope. Here he comes. There you go. Here comes another one. Got him. We did take a little bit of damage. The first bug managed to bite us. I don't think there are any more, but we're going to take a look through this house and look for some specific items. I'm not actually going to pick up, there's some food in the refrigerator, but I'm not actually going to pick that up at this point. I'm going to look in here. I'm going to look, oh, good. Antibiotics. We found some antibiotics. Antibiotics in survival are very important because you get diseases and injuries that the antibiotics help you cure. Alright, look in the dresser, and that's empty. Suitcase needs to be unlocked. Fortunately, we have 2 bobby pins that we can use to pick these locks. And that tells us what to do. I'm going to demonstrate it. This is a standard, several games use the same lock picking method. You control, on PC with the mouse sliding back and forth, you control the position of this pin, and you have to find the correct position in order to unlock it. So I'm going to try, this is the lowest level lock, which is the only kind we can pick. And it has, at the lowest level, the zone that the pin, the bobby pin can be in, the angle, is pretty wide. So I'm going to start a quarter of the way through this arc. Try it there. Doesn't work. I'm going to move to 3/4. Try it. It moved almost all the way to the end before it stopped, so I'm going to move ahead a little bit. And that was enough. Remember it's the right direction. And now we opened it and we find inside the suitcase another bobby pin, which is great, and army fatigues, which that's awesome. Let's examine these army fatigues. So the army fatigues give us strength of 1 and agility of 1. The vault suit that we're wearing gives us intelligence of 1 and perception of 1. Now I'm actually going to put on the army fatigues because we are a sneak character. The build I'm going to be using is a sneak VATS pistol build, at least for the first part of the game. Once I've fully leveled my pistol stuff, I'm going to be adding stuff into perks for rifle, so that we can eventually be a sneak VATS pistol sniper build. But we're going to start with pistol. And in any case, the your sneak ability is directly proportional to your agility. So the higher your agility, the more sneaky you are. And also agility controls how much action points you have available to use either in sprinting or in shooting in VATS. So we want to raise our agility as well. So I'm actually going to put the army fatigues on. Now our strength is not really important to us terribly at this point, except that it increases increased strength increases our carry capacity. And if you look down here on the lower left corner of the Pip-Boy, displays our current carry capacity, which is 95 pounds, one assumes. And of that we're using 73. If we take off our army fatigues, you see that drops by 10. And that's because of that strength boost of 1 with the army fatigues. Not to mention the fact that the army fatigues just sort of make us look tough. Which, you know, that's pretty important. Looking tough. Alright, let's get our sneak back on. Nothing in this room. Let's continue around. Oh, what do we got here? An empty milk bottle. I'm going to leave that. Alright, this house here. I don't think there's anything in here, but I'm not certain. Nope. I know that there is a roach that is in this destroyed house, and then as we get close to it, it will actually pop out. There it goes. And that takes care of it. Grab his meat. There is at least one roach in this house. And when we get close, the first one is going to come out towards us. There you go, buddy. And I don't see any more. Let's check. Up that cap stash. An advanced safe.
Won't be able to pick
We cannot
this.
open that. It's too tough for us. Nothing in the dresser. Take a quick look around. Another stim pack. Oh, let's go into our aid and let's put stim packs on the equal sign. Any of these items that have the heart means that we've added that to our favorites menu. So if you remember, we added the pistol and the security baton. And now we've put stim packs on equals. That way we can just hit that key and get it right away. Like if we need to switch to the pistol, we just press 1. And if we need to heal, we can just quickly hit equals and we know that we get a stim pack. Alright, I'm gonna check and see. Alright, we're gonna leave that. Now, I happen to know that that house up there has some blood bugs in it. So we are gonna sneak up in that direction. Open this gate. Get our pistol ready. There, I'm using bats. Oh, we can even only have a very low chance to hit that. I'm not actually going to go over there just at the moment. If you notice in the lower right corner of our screen, there is a bed graphic, and the action point bar has red at the end, and which indicates that we are in need of sleep. And if we go on and on without sleeping, that red portion is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, which means we will lose access to that amount of action points, which we don't want to do. We want to have all our action points available to shoot things, because if we queue up a bunch of shots, you can see each shot takes a block of action points, and the size of that block is determined basically by the weight of the weapon you're using. So the pistol is pretty light, so it doesn't take a lot. We are going to find later on, we are going to find rifles, and if we queue up some shots in Vaxil, they'll take a much larger chunk of action points. But that red bit at the end, we no longer can use because of the fatigue that we're currently experiencing. So let's actually get out of here. Let's go around this building, and we are going to activate that red object there, which is a workbench. We're doing this to avoid talking to Codsworth just yet. I'm hoping to find some clothing items that raise our charisma before we speak to him. So let's activate the workshop. Alright, this text explains that activating the workshop means that we can now scrap and build things when we are in workshop mode, which we dropped into. I'm going to scrap these junk bits that are highlighted there, and that, and these tires. And it tells us when we go to scrap them, it tells us what we get out of scrapping it. 90 rubber out of this pile of tires. This bush gives us 4 fertilizer. This junk gives us rubber, plastic, and fertilizer. This is going to give us wood and steel, I bet. Yep, wood and steel. And if you are playing along in your own playthrough of the game and you don't have the option to scrap some of the things that I could, like particularly the debris that was on the ground, like this stuff here, or what else did I scrap? Oh, the debris that was in the corner. That is because I am running some mods called immersive scrapping, which add more scrappable items to the list. This stuff should still appear in your game. You just won't be able to highlight it if you're not running the immersive scrapping mods. If you look at my episode 0 video, there should be a list of the mods that I have installed in the description, and you would need to go to Nexus Mods and download and install those mods in order to be able to scrap these items. Immersive scrapping also increases the amount of material. That ball is possessed. Kickball, you're going away, buddy. Can't have you sitting there spinning. The immersive scrapping mod also increases the items that you get from some of the things in the game, like cars. In unmodded Fallout 4, scrapping an automobile, all you get out of... Oh, we edged a little bit too close to Codsworth there. Scrapping an automobile, all you get is steel, whereas with the immersive scrapping mods, you get a bunch more materials. And you see there when I scrapped that toolbox, it said that contents have been placed in the workbench. So any container that you scrap, like this is actually a container. There might be stuff in it. There wasn't, because it didn't say the thing about contents. And it's telling us now that we're thirsty. So I am actually quickly going to scrap these concrete blocks because I want to build a water pump to take care of our thirst, so that we don't use any of the very few bottles of water that we're carrying. So I'm going to go to Resources, Water, and I'm going to pull up the basic water pump, which takes concrete, steel, and a gear. And I'm going to rotate this fellow around, and I'm going to find a place. There, I'm going to build it. And that was Idiot Savant kicking in, so that means we got 3 times normal experience for that. I'm going to exit build mode, and I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to drink from the pump. There, and the thirst indicator went away, and we are properly hydrated. I am going to go in here, and I'm going to go back into workshop mode. To do that, I'm on PC, and to get into workshop mode, I just press and hold the V key, and after a while, if you're inside the boundaries of a settlement, it will enter workshop mode. So I'm going to delete the scrap. Not delete, I'm going to scrap the scrappable items in here, particularly items that give us cloth, which the chair and the sofa did. I'm going to clear the rest of this room out. I'm going to build a bed, and then I'm going to sleep. Alright. Actually, I'm just going to do the kitchen while we're at it. Clear this out. Alright. That takes care of that. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to go to the furniture category, beds. You have a whole bunch of different beds to pick from. I'm going to pick a nice clean one. This one has got a dirty mattress. This one, the mattress is clean, but it's very, there's no sheets or anything. But there is one. If you have the Vault-Tec DLC, you will have this bed as an option. This one includes sheet and a cover cloth, so it's a very nice, inviting looking bed. I'm gonna make that in the corner. Exit workshop mode, and I'm gonna sleep. And let's see, it is 2 p.m. If we sleep 12 hours, that's 2 a.m. 3, 4, 5, 6 a.m. Let's sleep until morning. The amount of time that you are allowed to sleep is dependent on the type of object you're sleeping in. A bed, like the one we made, will let you sleep up to a maximum of 24 hours. Minimum of 1, maximum of 24. A mattress just sitting on the ground, you can sleep a maximum of 5 hours. In a sleeping bag, you can sleep a maximum of 3. And in order to get a good night's rest, I think you need to sleep 7 or 8 hours. Now, you can also tell, after sleeping for 16 hours, if you look in the lower right corner of the screen, there is a water drop and a knife and a fork, and that indicates that we are both hungry and thirsty. And I'm going to take care of this thirst by coming out here, drinking our water like we did before. Alright, and to take care of the hunger, we look in our aid section, and you can see that we do have some things we can eat, like this cram. Unfortunately, if you look at the description there, it says that it's going to give us 5 rads. So that contains, eating that will give us some radiation damage. I'd rather avoid that. We have this rad roach meat, but that includes even more radiation damage. However, the rad roach meat we can actually cook, and cooking food gets rid of the radiation damage. All we need to do is go to the cooking station, which is back at this house. It's actually outside. We walked right by it. I'm going to go into build mode, workshop mode, and I am going to delete these items, this car, that plant, that plant, that, and I am going to clean up a few things here, and then we're going to pick up this cooking station and we're going to take it back to that house with the workbench. That is going to be our sort of central location where all of our various workshop stations are going to be located. There's another workshop. That's actually the armor workbench. This is the weapon workbench right here. And like I said, this is the cooking station. Let's put that down. This is the power armor station. We're actually going to move that. I'm going to scrap these items, and this whole ruined house we can scrap as one giant thing, and it's going to give us a big whack of materials and clear off this whole area. And I'm going to move the power armor station. I'm just going to stick that for the time being in the middle of there, and I'm going to put the cooking station, I'm going to put it here up against this wall. Alright, now if we come up here and we get into the cooking station to actually use it, we can go to roast, and we can scroll down and find that we can make, out of 3 rad roach meats, we can make a grilled rad roach. So we have 18 of them that we picked up from all those rad roaches we've been killing all this time. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cook those. And we get experience for each one that we cook. I'm going to exit out of here. And now we have some food that we can eat. We go into our aid menu, grilled rad roach, 6, and if we eat 2 of those, it tells us we are properly fed. So now we are good to go. I'm going to get my sneak on, and we need to go over here and kill these bloat flies. So I am going to sneak over here. I'm going to get rid of this pile of stuff. We are going to sneak over here, and we're going to get ready. No.
Leaving? So soon?
Yep.
Was it something I said?
Yep. Sorry, Codsworth, I just don't want to talk to you just now. Fortunately, he will not be offended. He'll just go back to where he was. Alright. I'm gonna loot these bodies. Hopefully, one of them will have some bloatfly meat on it. Let's see, we shot... That didn't exactly go as I'd planned. I had planned on sneaking up a little closer and not wasting so much ammunition shooting at them. Alright, we killed 3 bloatflies. I don't remember where the first one was. Unfortunately for us, those bloatfly bodies will slide forever. They're extremely light, and if they're on a hill, they will just slide forever. So we may have lost one of them. I sort of lost track of where the first one was when we oh, there it is. And that one actually has bloatfly meat. Alright. So this house is actually cleared out of enemies. I am looking for clothing items. Like I said, I'm looking for clothing items that contain... And there is a pistol, a pipe pistol. I'm looking for clothing items that have a charisma boost. I get sneaky just in case. And there's a clothing item. I don't think that is a charisma boost. Well, let's look at it. Sea Captain's hat had 2 endurance. Since we aren't currently wearing anything as far as a hat, I'm going to go ahead and put that on because endurance actually raises your hit points. So right now we have 99 hit points. We took a little damage somewhere along the line. We lost 1 point. We go into our inventory and we put this Sea Captain's hat on and we go back. We now have 110. So each point of endurance it looks like it raises it 5 because it went from 99 to 110. That's weird. Odd, but I'll take it. Alright, let's go over to this house over here. I think there are more bugs in there. Definitely can't be anything in there. There can't be anything in there. You can't go inside these demolished houses. All you can do is scrap them. This house is not demolished, but I don't believe there's any bugs. Don't believe there's any bugs in here. But let's check for clothing items. More caps. Here's another dresser. A beer bottle. Who stores a beer bottle in their dresser, man? That's ridiculous. Ammo box. Let's go ahead and take that. And as long as we're on the subject of ammunition, let us look at our weapons, because we picked up a pipe pistol. The 10mm pistol that we're carrying uses 10mm ammo. We currently have 115 rounds of that. pipe pistols use 38 ammo, and we've got 32 of those, which is what we picked up from that ammo box. I'm going to favorite pipe pistol in slot 3. I normally... Slot 1 holds my primary weapon, which currently is our 10mm pistol. Slot 2 holds the short-range weapon, which currently is our baton. I'm going to switch to a shotgun as soon as I get one. Slot 3 is medium range, and 4, 5, and 6 are medium to long range. 7, I always put my sniper rifle in there, and slot 8 is going to be for a special weapon that we are going to pick up not for quite a while. 9 and 0 I usually use for Molotovs and frag grenades. Basically these two slots are for thrown things. My carry weight is really low right now due to my low strength, so I'm not actually going to carry for quite a while any throwables. I will be leaving those stashed at home base here for later on. Okay, so let's actually switch to our pipe pistol, make sure it's loaded. I'd rather expend the 38 ammo on these bugs that we're running into than my 10mm ammo, because 10mm ammo is harder to come by than the 38. Alright, let's see if we've got... yes. There are 3 bloatflies in this house. Let's try to sneak up on these guys. Got him. Got him. What? Dang it. Dang it. Alright, we got it. Let's heal ourselves twice. And we feel ill. Lethargy, that's awesome. We're thirsty. Alright, now we're fully hydrated. Let's reload. I lost track. Did we kill 3 or did we kill 2? I think we just killed 2. Pick up the meat. There should be a body in here. The first one we shot, yes, there it is. I think there's one more in here. I think it's in this room over here, but I'm not certain. Okay, there is one. I hear it. It's either in this room or this room around the corner. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's in this room over here. It must be in this back corner. Yep. Alright, its back is facing us. That's awesome. Gotcha. Ha. Alright. glass bowl. Man, I have had the worst luck. No charisma gear. No charisma gear. Just unbelievable. Unfreaking believable, man. Alright, well, let's pick this lock. Here's another safe. This one is novice, so we can actually open it. Same procedure.
That's it.
Alright, wow. Whole bunch of stuff. Take it all. And let's check and see what our weight is. 83 out of 95. Can't believe no charisma gear. What a ripoff, man. Horrible, horrible luck. Alright. Trying to remember. I think we've hit all of the houses with bugs. So I am going to go. I don't know if we've actually been inside all of the houses at this point. I don't think we've been in that one, and I know we haven't been in this one, so we've got 2 more chances for charisma items. Actually, let's see. There is a side door on this house, so let's see if we can sneak past Codsworth. Sneak through this hole in the hedge. Come through here. This is actually our old house, which has a couple of important items in it. This Grognak comic.
Hell yeah.
Which when we pick it up, we get a perk added. Critical hits with unarmed and melee attacks permanently do +5 damage. Now, that's great if we're a melee character, which we are not, but we'll take it. Coffee pot. Alright, let's check on Stimpack. Good, since we used, I think, 2 of them. And if we come in here, we have a dresser. But more importantly, we have underneath the Your Special magazine, which will let us add +1 to our any of these that aren't at or above 10. So we could not add 1 to perception. And I want to add to agility, so I'm really glad that I checked before I picked that up, because this is at 10. Because why? Because we are rested. If we look at perks, well rested. So we slept, so we have +2 endurance and +2 agility. And +10% XP. So because it's at +2 agility, it's not going to let us add that. So I'm actually going to leave that book there and wait till our well rested goes away so I can add that to agility. Let's check in here, this dresser. Oh, laundered loungewear, which I don't think. Well, it adds +1 charisma. So I was hoping for something that would add +2. We got 1 more shot. That dresser over there. Empty. Well, we do have another house to check. Let's go around back of this house and go into the next house down. I don't think I need to sneak anymore because I'm pretty sure we killed all the bugs. I think there is a side entrance here. Yes, let's go in. We'll sneak just in case I'm wrong about the bugs. Sneak back here into the bedroom. Let's... bathroom. Let's look in here. Oh, there's the dresser. Unstoppables t-shirt. I'm pretty sure that doesn't add charisma. Oh, it does! It adds 2 charisma. Perfect. Perfect. That is awesome. So we have some charisma gear to put on. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on. And if we look at our stats, we now have +5 charisma. So let's go talk to Codsworth. Oh, we lost... we lost strength because we took off our army. We were wearing the army fatigues. Let's put that back on. We get a strength back. Let's go across the road to the house with the workbench, and let's put our junk that we've picked up into the workbench. So if we say R transfer, then look at the bottom of the screen, and there's an option there in the middle, T, store all junk. I'm just going to do that. Put all the junk in the workbench. It drops our weight way down. We are going to change into our Unstoppables t-shirt. Get our charisma back up. Let's go talk to Codsworth. Sorry about that. I had to deal with something in real life, so I had to pause the game. I've edited the pause out, but that's why I turned around like that.
Hey, Codsworth.
Sir? Oh, just tending the garden, sir. Though it is hard to be a green thumb when you lack the requisite digit, I'm afraid.
Codsworth? You're still here. So, other people could still be alive, too.
Well, of course I'm still here. Surely you don't think a little radiation could deter the pride of General Atomics International? But you seem the worse for wear. Best not let the wife see you in that state, hmm? Where is the missus, by the way?
She's... in a better place.
Sir, these things you're saying, these terrible things, I believe you need a distraction. Yes, a distraction to calm this dire mood. It's been ages since we've had a proper family activity. Checkers, or perhaps charades. Sean does so love that game. Is the lad with you?
Sean's been kidnapped. But I'm going to find him. I'm going to get my son back.
It's worse than I thought. Mm-hmm. You're suffering from hunger-induced paranoia. Not eating properly for 200 years will do that, I'm afraid.
200 years? What? Are you...
A bit over 210, actually, sir. Or give or take a little, for the Earth's rotation and some minor dings to the old chronometer. That means you're 2 centuries late for dinner. Perhaps I can whip you up a snack? You must be famished.
All right, you'll notice we have an option here that is in a different color. That is what's known as a speech check. And it's an opportunity to persuade them, the person, of something or elicit information from them.
I'm
and
still here, you know.
Yes, thank you, Codsworth. The difficulty ranges from yellow to red, and the probability of succeeding is based on how high your charisma is and how difficult it is. This is a little bit above the lowest level because I think there is a paler yellow below this, but I'm going to give it a try.
Codsworth, you're acting a little weird. What's wrong?
Oh, sir, it's been just horrible. 2 centuries with no one to talk to, no one to serve. I spent the first 10 years trying to keep the floors waxed, but nothing gets out nuclear fallout from vinyl wood. Oh, nothing! And don't get me started about the futility of dusting a collapsed house. And the car! The car! How do you polish rust?
Stay with me, pal. Focus.
I'm afraid I don't know anything, sir. The bombs came and all of you left in such a hurry. I thought for certain you and your family were dead. I did find this holotape. I believe the missus was going to present it to you as a surprise. But then, well, everything happened.
Thank you, Codsworth.
You're welcome. Now, enough feeling sorry for myself. Shall we search the neighborhood together? The missus and young Sean may turn up yet.
All right. Since we went ahead on our own and we killed all of the bloatflies, we have this option. I already looked.
Codsworth, I already looked. They're not here.
Then they're really gone, aren't they? Oh, sir.
Thanks for trying, Codsworth.
You can't give up, sir. What about the city? Concord is nearby, and, well, the people there have only shot at me a few times.
Thanks for your help, Codsworth.
Good luck, sir. You'll find young Sean. I know you will. I shall remain here and secure the home front.
Okay, if you hadn't... if you came up here right away and talked to Codsworth before going around like I did and killing all the bugs, he would offer to go around the neighborhood with you.
There must be someone who can help you in Concord.
He would offer to go around the neighborhood with you, and he would lead you around, and he would kill some of the bugs, and you won't get experience points for the bugs that he kills, which is why I wanted to go around on my own, in addition to finding charisma items to wear. Speaking of which, let's get back into our army fatigues. I probably should have said explicitly, for people that aren't familiar with this game, clothing items give you bonuses of various kinds, like the army fatigues, which give us a strength and agility bonus, the eyeglasses, which give us perception bonus, and etc., etc. So depending on the type of character that you are pursuing, you'll want different kinds of bonuses. So if you're a melee character, you're going to want primarily strength bonuses, because the amount of damage that you do in melee is proportional to your strength. So the higher your strength, the more damage you're going to do. For a sneak ranged weapons character like I am, we want primarily agility and perception. And there's a reason I picked the settings I did when I initially set up my characteristics. There's a reason I set perception to 10, charisma to 3, agility to 7, and luck to 5, and that has to do with the perks that those make available in those trees. And the reason I set perception to 10 is because I wanted to get this concentrated fire option. And the way concentrated fire works is, you remember when I targeted that bloatfly and we had a chance to hit, a probability to hit of, I think, like 66 or 68, something like that, and we managed to hit 2 shots in a row, but we could have it could have just as easily missed both of those shots. And then, you know, I mean, he would have kept shooting. I think I stacked up like 4 or 5 shots just to make sure that we hit him at least twice. The way this concentrated fire works is for every time you, once you put a point in it, for every time you target the same body part, you gain plus 10% accuracy. So the more you're shooting at that part, the more accurate you're going to be, up to the maximum, which is 95%. And the second, you add another point, and then the accuracy goes up by 15% each time. And the third point, this is actually a misprint. The accuracy gain is still 15%. And the damage, that 20% is, I believe, it's the second shot and beyond does 100 and it adds that 20% damage. So the first shot will do 100% damage, and then the second does 120, third does 120, fourth, etc. do 120. So this is a bit of a misprint, but anyway, it's an extremely powerful perk, and since we're going to be doing a lot of VATS shooting, I wanted to get that right away. In the agility tree, Ninja, for every point you put in there, it increases your sneak attack damage by 50% for ranged weapons, and 100% for melee weapons. So by the time we get 3 points in there, our sneak attacks are going to be doing, instead of double damage, they're going to be doing 3.5 times the damage. And that's going to be huge, because we're going to be sneaking and hopefully shooting a lot of people from sneak. So yeah. And the charisma we picked because we are working our way towards local leader. Not to mention, this is actually important. It's not going to. We're not going to put any points in here for a little while, because we will actually be traveling with companions for the first bit of the game, for a specific reason. And when about the time we start putting points in here, we're going to be done with our companion traveling. So this will actually come in later on, but primarily we put some points, our leftover points, in here because we want to get to this local leader. We're actually going to get to this before we get to this, so that's why we did that. Okay, we need to let's see, what is this disease we're working with here? Lethargy. Our action point refreshing is cut in half. Okay, like I said, antibiotics, and I think we have some antibiotics. Yes, we picked up 1. We only have 1, and these are extremely rare, so I am not going to use these, even though I would really like to, because we only have 1, and the lethargy that we're suffering from isn't that damaging. It's not going to kill us. However, if we get an infection, that will kill us if we don't have antibiotics to cure it. This, we can sleep our way through this. As time goes on, this will go away. So we could actually sleep for 24 hours, wake up, eat, drink, sleep for 24 hours, wake up, eat, drink, and after a while that lethargy will go away. we're not actually going to do that. I am going to go, let's see, have we visited all the houses? Let's see, we visited, yes, I think we have. I think we visited all the houses. We did find some +2 charisma gear. I'm actually looking for 2 additional items, and we're thirsty again. Go ahead and get a drink. Alright. And we are carrying how many purified water? Okay, we are carrying 6. And since we've added this water pump, as time goes on, we will actually get, okay, we have no aid tab. Purified water will be added to the workbench, I think, until it gets to 4 purified waters, because we added a water pump. The more water pumps you add, the more that amount of water will get added to the workbench over time. So we'll have to remember to check later to see if there are if there's some purified water that got added. In the meantime, I am going to go behind this building because there are some wild mute fruit bushes. We're going to get these because we can eat these, and that will help get rid of our hunger. And mute fruit weigh very little, and they don't have a lot of radiation damage. So I'm actually going to be eating a lot during the course of this game. I'm going to be eating a lot of mute fruit, both wild and domesticated varieties. Initially we're going to be eating the wild mute fruit because that's all we have available. We will eventually find some regular mute fruit, and we're going to plant them, and we're going to have settlers be growing them for us. I'm going to gather a few more. There's a couple of, you can see there's a bush right there. I'm also going to pick this hub flower. Here's a bush, here's a bush, and here is a bush. There's a gourd. We're going to leave that. There are also, I think there are some more wild mute fruit out here. There's also some more hub flower. Hub flower is important because we can make some important chems with it. Oh, there it is. There's some more. I can sort of see those. We're also going to keep our eye out for wild animals. There are bloatflies over here somewhere, and there are also wild dogs. You can see across the river there is a hubflower plant right there. There are also, I know there are wild dogs over there, so we're not going to go over there right just yet. We're going to wait until we get some more stuff going on in our lives that raise our damage up. Hubflower, hubflower. Gonna work my way down here to the shoreline. Pretty sure there are no animals over here. There are some across the lake, across the river. There is a dog over here somewhere. You can't see him right now. But I'm gonna grab this fishing rod and this bucket. Nice. We've got iguana on a stick and a beer. It sounds like a good Saturday night, right? Iguana on a stick and a beer. Alright, we got a notification that we're hungry again, and I am actually going to Eat the iguana on a stick. This is cooked food. As you'll notice, it has no radiation. So I'm gonna save our grilled red roach, and I'm gonna eat this guy, and that feeds us. Here's another hub flower. The beer that we grabbed, if we look at the beer, you see that it gives you a +1 strength, +1 charisma, -1 intelligence. And I'm interested in it primarily for the charisma effect. So we will be taking this beer with us. Ah, there's the dog. Yeah, we don't have much of a chance to hit it. I'm not going to bother shooting at it from all the way over here. We'll get him later. Alright, I don't think there's any more wild mute fruits over here. Bathtub. Alright. One of our first orders of business is going to be scrapping absolutely everything we can get our hands on within the boundaries of Sanctuary, and then doing some initial building for the experience points in order to get this concentrated fire thing. We are 2/3 roughly the way to level 3, and when we hit level 3, that point is going into concentrated fire, which is going to make a big difference because we can shoot something and gain accuracy with each shot. Very important, so we're not wasting a ton of ammo, and so that we're killing things as quickly as possible. So I'm actually going to end the stream here, this episode rather, and next episode is we're gonna start out, and now that we got a little food, we're gonna spend a bunch of time scrapping everything in Sanctuary. But for this episode, I am going to just say goodbye. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next episode. Actually, I'm back. I lied. I'm actually going to create an explicit save point by sleeping in this bed for 8 hours. Alright, now I'll say goodbye. Thanks for watching, and see you next episode.